On Sunday night, last episode, the Rams fell to the undefeated New England Patriots, the new AFC juggernaut, taking over for the Bengals, who were really good last year. But this year, the NFC's juggernaut is no longer the Los Angeles Rams, the reigning champions. It's the team that we face today, the 8-1 Detroit Lions, behind rookie late-round quarterback Quinston Gales. But out of last game, I gotta talk about Damon Craig. His last two games, he's thrown 2 picks each, and this year is his 4th season with the team, and next year is his last year under contract. He has a 5th-year option worth over $50 million in terms of a cap hit. Has he proven that he is this team's franchise quarterback? I honestly don't think he has. I think he still has a lot to prove, a lot to show, and until I see him win us these games and not us winning in spite of him or losing because of him, I'm probably not going to extend him until I see several games of that happening. Now, we saw a similar story in the playoffs last year. We won because he was playing well, not turning the ball over, but we also won because our defense was electric. In comparison to the entire league, his rating is way lower than all the other top passers. There are several quarterbacks that are around where he is, like Gary Thompson, but we destroyed Gary Thompson, which means that we would probably destroy Damon Craig if we played him with this defense. He has to be better if we're going to be a really good team this year and go back-to-back. But talking about this team, we're in week 8, and I ended up choosing not to make any trades at the deadline despite us being 4-3 and coming off 2 straight pretty brutal close losses. I do move Reed to the 2 here over Awuzie in terms of our corners. But out of this last game, George Vance has a chance to break out against the Niners in week 9 against San Francisco. So a big chance for him. We'll see if he can do it. We also have a bit of a rain game here today, so trying to game plan for that. We're going to choose to run the ball here and trust the rookie running back Matthew Williams and let him just get a lot of carries. So we're going for 150 plus, hopefully. And as part of our game plan, we are going to run the ball inside against this Nick Bosa-led Niners defense. And we end up winning it 20-10. Tied going to the 4th quarter. We outscored them by 10 in the 4th quarter to win by as much. A touchdown, no picks for Craig, but still, the rating is not high. Despite his completions being at a pretty good level, the rating is the problem with Craig. It's just like he is missing some easy throws, and he is forcing some balls into traffic, which he really shouldn't be doing, and that has caused most of his turnovers throughout his entire career, is forcing the ball in traffic where it doesn't need to go. And in terms of sacks, we're not getting a whole lot of sacks, a whole lot of pass rush from this team right now. Nowhere near close to what we had last year, but that was a record-breaking team. But Hassan Reddick hasn't really been all too consistent. Tyree Wilson has sometimes had a couple of plays, and we do hold Purdy to below 150 yards, so George Vance does break out. Huge for this defense and for the young defensive back. He gets 2,000 XP as well, and the team gets 1,000 for this rival win. But now we're facing another juggernaut. As we already talked about, it's the 8-1 Detroit Lions. We're coming off our first win since before the bye week, but still gotta see better from Craig. And against a defense like this, that is top 4 in terms of points per game, he has to be on his best game if we're gonna win this game. We're 5-3, a half game ahead of the Seahawks right now in the division lead. But the only undefeated team left is the Falcons, as they are 8-0. The Patriots lost this past week to end their opening 8-game win streak. So they're at 8-1. The Lions are also 8-1. So against Quinston Gales, the late first-round pick, we're going to defend the medium pass, and we're going to throw it medium too to see if we can get some good running and good balanced passing. Not sure what to expect with that, as we've mostly been throwing it deep this year, but you can't use the same game plan every single game. You got to try different things out. So that is part of what we're going to do today by using this throw it medium game plan. Now for the defense, we have had issues against the run and the pass. It seems like whichever one you game plan for, the opposite happens and you lose because of it. That's been the case for the loss against the Patriots and for a loss against the Buccaneers earlier this year. We cannot defend the pass in one game or the run in the other. So we're going to move Offord out of the slot here and put Stoudemire back in, because I just don't like Offord there. I don't think he's played very well in that area when watching. He has been simming, but when watching, he has not been good in the slot. So we're going to change that up. But aside from those adjustments, it's time. We're taking on Dan Campbell's nearly undefeated Lions here at home. A true test of really both sides of the ball. They have a good offense and a good defense. Here we go, as Week 10 is now underway. The Rams will start with the football as the rookie brings it out to the 24-yard line. And here's our first look at Damon Craig here in Week 10. First play from scrimmage, Williams up the middle, nothing there. Only got the one. Gonna go to a screen now for him. Blockers just completely run away from him, and he only gets a handful. 3rd down and 5. This one's hauled in after a big hit from Jack Campbell. Nice grab there by Stoudemire. New set of downs. Williams off tackle. He's got some room in a first down. Up to the Detroit 45. We're already in plus territory. Next play, incomplete for Jeff Reinhart. Broken up there by Page. Back to the air on 2nd. Right back to Reinhart for a nice chunk of 6. Now 3rd and 4 just across the 40. This one is caught by Reinhart, but he falls short of the line to gain 4th and inches. And did not even have to do it. We're going to go for it, and we got it with the rookie running back. I'm starting to really trust his legs and his power, and trying to really believe in these short yardage runs here. Floated and incomplete for Stoudemire. Knocked away by Monty. Next play, Craig rolls out. There's Reinhart for another gain. Another big hit. They are laying the wood right now, but we're hanging on. 3rd down. Dumped off. Williams makes the grab, but he is inches shy again. And this time, the offense comes off the field. Out comes Younghoe Koo. We're going to settle for 3 on the opening drive. But we are on the board. Could have gone for more, but I think you just take the 3 against a good team like this Lions team is. But here we go. It's our first look at Quentin Gales, who is putting up a monster rookie season. 18 touchdowns, 3 INTs, just below 2,000 yards through 9 games. And he is leading this team to an awesome, awesome season. First play, so much protection. He misses St. Brown over the middle, who had a couple of steps. Next play, out to Gibbs. He's hit down by McKinney after a 3-yard pickup. 3rd and 7. Can the defense get off the field? No, as Gales takes off and gets the first. So now we know that he can move outside of the pocket, and he will do so pretty often. On the move, he drops it for Gibbs. He breaks a tackle for Richards and somehow gets a first down. Not sure how that was even allowed. Now they're in Rams territory. St. Brown hangs on. He's got it on the slant. 1st and 10. Another grab. A yard shy. That's Gabe Davis. One of their new pickups in the offseason. 2nd down and 1. Another run for Gales for a first down. He's already got 26 rushing yards on the ground. Doing damage through the air and in the run game. And so is Gibbs. But he loses a yard there. Nice tackle in the backfield. Pressure up the middle. It's broken up by Vance. Nice pressure as well. Our first time getting to Gales in this game. A minute to go in the first quarter. Basley brings pressure. Gale spins out of it. Dumps it for Gibbs. And he's hit down at the 10. The defense holds for 3. The kicker comes out. And Detroit is now on the board as well. 3-3. Both teams open the game with a field goal drive. So we come back out. Last play of the quarter. Williams hit down at the line of scrimmage. There's nothing there for him. Second quarter begins. We're going right back to him, but now he's tackled from behind by Page. It's 3rd down and 8. Trying to keep this drive alive, but Craig misses Williams. Might have had a step, but the pass is off target, and the Lions get the ball right back after tying the game up. Go right to Gibbs, up the guts. Tackle made by Kenneth Murray, but not before a gain of 4. Next play, back to the air. Open is Darnell Spain for the first. From the 41. Look at this protection, man. Gales has so much time to throw, but Spain can't hang on. Going right back to the air to screen for St. Brown. Owuzie sheds a blocker and makes the tackle. Only 4 there for Amon-Ra. 3rd down. Can we get off the field? No, it's caught. Right back to Spain, his 3rd target this drive. New set of downs. Gibbs takes it outside, but nowhere to go. Loss of 1. Early, good job by the run defense here as another missed throw from Gales over the middle, trying to find St. Brown. 3rd down and long. Gales is sacked from behind. It's Tyree Wilson. A big one right there will get us off the field. Defense gets their stop. The offense will get it starting from our own 2. Thanks to a great punt by the Lions. But Williams, nice run. Great hesitation to get 8 yards there and give us some breathing room. 2nd down, dumped off for him. He hangs on while falling to the ground. New set of downs for LA. This one's incomplete for Donald. You got to hang on to that one, man. It's hits like those, like having those pass breakups after you've already grabbed the ball is really, really annoying. A 3rd and 6. Under 5 to go in the first half. Craig under pressure. He throws it away. And the Rams have to punt again. Only 34 passing yards for Craig on 7 attempts. It seems like whenever I don't choose throw it deep, we start to really dump it off and not play aggressive whatsoever. And it's really bothersome because if we're only good at playing in terms of one game plan with like one scheme, throwing it deep, then it's going to be hard for us to consistently win these games. The offense has got to be more consistent and just better overall. You're seeing that right now. Gales is missing plenty of throws, but they're still moving the ball down the field, and with Craig, that's never the case. As this one's out, Vance recovers. Was Gibbs down? Do we get the ball back? No, they just give it right back to Detroit. He was down by contact. Great 1st down save and tackle by Vance. Now 4th and 1. They're going to punt from the 37. No, they're faking it. It's Dan Campbell. What do we expect? He's got it. 1st down, Lions. You got to know when you're facing Dan Campbell, this is bound to happen. What a great throw, and Stoudemire can't jar it loose on the reception. Cade comes down with it, and the drive stays alive for the Lions. 1st and goal, complete. Spain inside the 5. 2nd down and goal. This one's hauled in, touchdown Detroit. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And just like that, the Lions take their first lead. We're down here at home in SoFi. A minute to go until halftime. Got a chance to put something on the board here as Alford hangs on. That's a 1st down. Craig back to throw again. Down the field, incomplete for Alford. Broken up by Hill. Just under 60 seconds, and Hutchinson takes down Craig. And now, you know the Rams. 3rd and 17, end of a half. Yep, just hand it off, get 3 yards or around there, and give the ball back with 40 seconds to play to a team that is picking up some steam. Gales breaks a tackle as another gain. Huge gain there for 24 yards. 1st and 10. On the move. Caught. St. Brown's got it. He's gone. Touchdown, Lions. Are you kidding? That was Hassan Reddick in coverage on Amon-Ra St. Brown. How is that even possible? What a horrible way to end this first half. Reddick is the closest defender. No safeties in the area. Here's a replay. Why is the game plan on this play to match up a defensive end who only plays defensive end for us on their slot receiver, their top threat, their 95 overall receiver? How is that ever the case? I don't know how to prevent that, but never call that defensive play again. We go to halftime, down 17-3, all of a sudden. It was a close game, and now it's not. A lot of work to be done here in the second half, and really, in all of our losses this year, which this one might be one of them, it seems like both sides of the ball just don't help each other out. But usually it's been the defense more so than not. And that was the case on that play. We go to the second half, down by 14, and the Lions start with the football. The bad news just keeps racking up for us. They dump it for Gibbs on the first play. He spins out of a tackle, but only gets 3 yards. I mean, how many tackles has he broken in this game so far? It's been at least 2 or 3. Gales takes off and has another first down run. He's been doing this all day. 62 on the ground. That's more than Craig has passing so far. Gibbs breaks 2 more tackles and gets 4. This is just insane. The poor tackling is coming back. We saw it not last year, but the year previous. We're going back to what we were 2 years ago without Aaron Donald. Now he's actually gone, so we've lost elite playmaker. That one's off the mark. Second down and 10. Gibbs on the carry. Up the middle. Spun around by Jones, but he's got the first down. You're once again seeing that despite Gales having missed about 5 or 6 throws with pure just accuracy misses, they're still moving the ball down the field with ease. And it's because the run game was working well, and their passes are going downfield for 10 plus yards each. And now we're just not stopping the run whatsoever. After on the first 10 carries doing a great job, we can't get any stops now on the ground. You can't get stops through the air either, so until we get one, this is how it's going to be. They're just going to get whatever they want. Second down and 4. Gales, time, dumps it off, and another guy is shoved ahead for the first down. The second time this drive, where we just give them a first down based off a tackle. Out to Gibbs. He is pushed in by Joe Styles. And now it's a blowout here in SoFi. A 7 minutes opening drive here in this third quarter. 14 plays. Only 3:47 to go in the third, and we're down by 3 touchdowns. We don't come back from games like this. 55 passing yards for Craig. This one is somehow caught by Stoudemire after it bounces off the head of Reinhardt. 3rd and 5. Caught. That's Reinhardt for another one. But when you're going to your tight end mostly, that is the moniker of a bad offense, unless you're the Chiefs. If you can only complete passes to your tight end, that is the moniker of a team that does not have a true offensive identity. And right now, I don't think we do. I think we did last year with the throwing it deep, but this year, that hasn't always worked. And Craig has been worse this year than last year. Now he's taken down by Logan Wilson, 4th and 25. We give it right back. The offense just can't move the ball. I'm not sure what's happening with Trevor Offer not being as productive or anything. Donald's barely got the ball this game either. Just nothing doing for anybody on the offense. And in the second half, Williams has 1 carry after 8 there in the first half. And I doubt he gets a whole lot more in the fourth, as we're down by a lot. I ended up actually bringing in most of the backups at this point in the game in the fourth quarter because we're down by so much. So many of the backups on the defensive line are in there, and the offense is all backups. Just over 9:30 to go. Gales takes off. He's got a wide open side of the field. Touchdown again. And we have not seen us get blown out like this since the first couple years in this series. But now we're back to it, I guess. This sucks. I've not watched a blowout like this in quite some time. Got one more drive for Craig just to see if we can muster anything. That one's complete. 9 to go. Craig intercepted by Monty. Just never saw him. He breaks a tackle and Craig has to take him down himself. But there is a turnover finally. It was due for one. The clock runs out. 34-3. The final score. The Rams just did not show up on either side of the ball. And I've got a lot of questions now about QB1. We put up 101 offensive yards. They beat us in every category except for kick return yards. That was it. Craig was horrible in this game. He was awful. While Gales was great on the ground and through the air. But this is Craig's worst game of the season, no doubt about it. And he just hasn't been good. And Gibbs, after a slow first half, was fantastic there in the second. Gales obviously had 74 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 2 touchdowns there in the first half. One of them was for a huge touchdown. 5 broken tackles for Gibbs, 2 for Gales. I mean, when you're tackling that poorly against the run game, it's hard to win. And sack-wise, we had a couple of sacks, but like really just 2 and no pressure on Gales throughout the entire game. Only pressure on those sacks and one other play really. But now, in our next week, we have another gauntlet, another juggernaut to face. It's the Falcons. 8-1. We saw them. They are coming off a loss, but they're a top 2 defense and a top 1 offense. Why are we having to face all these good teams? Because we won the Super Bowl last year? I guess that's why. But looking at Craig's stats this year, I just don't think he has earned a contract, and we can't negotiate until next year. But right now, he is not due for an extension. We'll see what happens though, but he has a lot to prove. Year 6 continues next time, guys. I'll see you there. Peace out.